Hey, what's up Aquamigos? How are you guys doing today? If you're new here, my name's Tobias, and believe it or not, today we're getting back to working on the koi pond. Now, some of you may remember when I installed these two knife valves here, and if you do remember that, you may remember that we never actually tested them out. I just kind of installed them, but I never actually put them to use. But let's go ahead and open these up right here. This is my DIY settlement tank right here. And this over here is basically my pond pump housing and first stage of mechanical filtration. And unfortunately, guys, it looks like this lid is cracking, and that might be from the raccoons. And I'm just looking inside here quick, guys, just to make sure we don't have any fish that ended up in either of these. Sometimes the fish, the rosy red minnows, they swim all the way through the pipes and they end up in these two, the settlement tank and also that bin over there. But I'm going to go ahead and just close these two knife valves, just shut them off so that water's not able to flow through those pipes anymore. If you're new here, this pipe right here is from my bottom drain and this 2-inch pipe here is from my skimmer. So right here, I have a sump pump, and right here I have a garden hose, and I'm going to go ahead and just connect the garden hose to the sump pump really quick. I'm going to try to drain all the water out of this bin right here. And actually guys, check this out. You guys might remember this from my last video. This right here is the solar powered generator that I used in my last video, and I'm going to go ahead and plug the pump into there. And the cool thing is now I don't have to mess around with extension cords and all that because I can just plug into this generator. So I'm gonna put the pump in here. So the cool thing about these knife valves is that I'm able to shut off the water to these bins, and I should be able to drain them completely if I wanted to. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the other end of the hose in the pond, and I don't need to drain the trash can all the way. I only need to drain this one right here. Okay, here we go. Oh, hose came out. All right, that's not what I wanted. All right, there we go. This is the water from that bin, and sure enough, it looks like those knife valves are, well, they should be watertight. That was the idea anyway. So check it out, guys. They're draining just as I wanted them to. I just need to basically get it to drain below that, that pipe right there. But yep, it's going. All right, there we go. So yeah, there's like maybe like this much water at the bottom that the pump can't pick up. But pretty much the reason that I just did that is because I need to drill a hole on that backside right there. Because this right here is my pond pump, and it's going to go in here something like that. So basically, I need to have a pipe coming out right here and connecting to this pipe right here. So here's what I'm kind of running into right now. So the original plan was that the pond pump would be just sitting like that, and then I would use a 90-degree elbow like this to basically go outside. But as you can see, it's too high because that basically goes right into where this handle is. I mean, I don't really want to remove that handle. I don't know, guys. Whoops. I totally just splashed myself with that water. Or this is the other thing that I'm thinking. I could mount the pump, or I guess not mount it, but I mean, I could have it vertically like that. And then the pipe just goes straight from the top out the other end. It's gonna be much lower down, as you can see. And that's basically going to come out this end, somewhere down there. And then I need to connect it up with this pipe right here. So this pipe, I need to cut much lower, like pretty close to the bottom, so that I can connect it up with there. So if I get the pipe coming out of there, I should be able to use a 45-degree fitting to make its way into that pipe right there. And just in case you're new here, that pipe goes underground all the way over here, comes out of the ground right there and goes into that first trash can filter, and then the water will flow throughout all of these. For down here, I will need a 2-inch uniseal. I have some 2-inch uniseals in this bag right here, and just to double check, for a 2-inch uniseal, we need a 3-inch hole saw. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick. So this right here is the 3-inch hole saw. I'm just going to attach it to my drill real quick. I'm not going to use it yet. I still need to cut a bit of 2-inch pipe, but that's what that looks like. So right now I'm just grabbing a piece of 2-inch pipe and I'm going to cut a piece off of it, and this is going to be the piece that comes from the pond pump. By the way, not having to mess around with an extension cable is awesome. Shout out to Browie for sending me this. So I'm just kind of estimating here. We're gonna try like, I don't know, I guess like 1 foot and see how that is. not the best cut at all. The pipe started vibrating at the end. Should I do another one? All right, guys, so this cut was a lot better than the last cut. Just kind of sand it off real quick, and then let's go fit it right now. Do a dry fitting. By the way, on the top of the pump, I have this PVC. It's a threaded / slip fitting. Maybe it'll be easier if I take the fitting out, actually. Let's see. And I'll screw it back in. All right. Just trying to figure out where it's gonna go through so I could drill that hole. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty straight. All right, guys, so right now I'm just going to kind of trace where that pipe is going to go through. And this part, to be honest, guys, this part makes me a little bit nervous because if I kind of mess this part up, it's gonna be kind of a hassle to fix it if I mess this up. That's basically where it's at. I got the circle drawn out. I'm gonna do my best to find the center of that circle, somewhere around here. All right, guys, here we go, the moment of truth. So I'm just going to start off with the drill bit. I'm just gonna kind of make a groove so that it doesn't slip once I start drilling. And then I'm gonna start off very slow. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna sand that off a little bit. All right, looks pretty clean. All right, guys, I gotta record this with the GoPro because we're kind of don't have too much space here, but yeah, basically, just gonna go ahead and pop this unisealer right in there. There we go, perfect. Now the next hard part is getting the pipe through there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to detach the pipe from there, and then we'll get it through there. Right here, I just got a small cup of vegetable oil, and I'm going to use that to lubricate the uniseal, and hopefully I'll be able to get that pipe through it without too much trouble. All right, so now I'm just gonna connect the pump back up to this pipe right here. So just gonna screw on the fitting, and then, okay, that should be good, I think. Just slip it on there. Okay, can I get the pipe through any further? I would like to get the pipe through a little bit more, maybe a little bit more. Okay, I think that might be pretty good. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to switch over to the GoPro helmet mount because it's getting a little too tight in there to film with this camera. I'm probably going to continue working on this tomorrow, but I think I'm probably going to break that up into like a second video just so I can get these uploads out quicker, because it's taking me a little bit too long to get these videos out, because I can start editing this one tonight and hopefully get that video out really soon. And then tomorrow start recording a new video where I'm just kind of continuing. All right, guys, here we go. So it's just after 7 p.m. So I probably have a little bit more time before I need to pack it up for the day. All right, so I'm just gonna pull this out a little bit more. I gotta cut this pipe pretty much. I need some good clearance from this bin to cut it, so see if I can push it out a little more. That should be good. Man, I'm gonna have to cut it pretty close. This is gonna be hard to cut. See if I can get a brick over here. All right, let's see. Yeah, like that maybe. I'm gonna have to cut it like pretty close. You know, the thing is if I cut it too far out, I can always pull the pump back a little bit to get it lined up perfectly, get this 45 lined up perfectly with that pipe. I wanna get the pump as close to this wall as I can, because that'll give me more room for mechanical filtration right here. So anyways, guys, let's just give it a shot. I'm gonna just make a mark. I'm gonna see like how close I can get with the saw, because we're in a pretty tight, well, yeah, look at that, I could get pretty close. All right, let's do this, guys. So I'm gonna say I gotta cut the pipe here. I can always pull the pump back, but roughly there, right? That's where I wanna cut it. And let's see, guys, let's see. All right, I gotta put one foot in here. And let's do this. Okay, that was a pretty rough cut, but I think it's okay. I think it's all right. Push it back into the fitting. Oh yeah, so this is the other cool thing that I kind of realized, guys. When it comes to removing the pipe, I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to glue this. I'm just going to leave that like without glue. And then if I ever need to remove the pipe, I could just pull it off. So yeah, super simple. And then yeah, I just want to dry fit all this together first before I glue any of these pipes. I don't even know if I'm gonna glue them today or what. Okay, that fits perfect. All right, really, that fits really well actually. And then I just gotta pull the pump back a bit and we can get this lined up with that. Maybe another like 1/2 inch. I think that's probably like pretty close. Cause you know, this is flexible. If we're off by, you know, like 1/8 inch or something, we always have like that wiggle room there. So just imagine this was longer. Well, actually, yeah, we're not so close actually. Gotta go back a little bit more. And then this is gonna be on the end. Oh man, I might have to dig a little bit. I might have to dig into the ground a little to glue that pipe. All right, let's bring this back. All right guys, so I think I'm gonna call it a day right there. I'll continue this in the next video. I'm just trying to get these videos out ASAP. As usual guys, if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. If you'd like to see more of my pond build progress, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll go ahead and put my Instagram right here, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.